Rich Van Tassel back with you, continuing on our game picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. And of course, we're recording audio for Get Live Radio. The Carolina Panthers 7-3, very impressive 4-1 on the road. Travel to New York to play the Jets, who are 4-6, 3-2 at home. Injuries first for the visiting Carolina Panthers. Damian Byrd, wide receiver, is an injury reserve out, along with Curtis Samuel, another wide receiver. Captain Munderland, cornerback, Ryan Khalil, center, Tyler Larson, center, are all questionable. For the New York Jets, Matt Forte, running back, Brian Winters, guard, Muhammad Wilkerson, defensive end, are all listed as questionable. Very interesting game. The Jets, like we said many times, 4-6, as bad as it's looked at times for a lot of these teams who are 4-6, you're still right in the thick of things because of the lackluster play at the bottom of the AFC wildcard race. So the Jets can certainly get themselves back in it. Josh McCown has been effective. I think the New York Jets have to just refine their confidence in this game. They're coming out of a bye week. Carolina is a very good team on the road. The Jets' defensive line play, I think, can set up some problems for the Carolina Panthers in this game, especially a team that has struggled to run the ball the way that they have. You look at it, Jonathan Stewart has 45 more carries than Bilal Powell and only 40 more yards this season. The Jets have got to establish that running game. They've got to take some chances, and I expect them to come out with a much more concerted effort because they just had the bye week, trying to at least get their season through another week, as you would say. You play this game, you win it, you're right in the thick of things for another week, and that's what the Jets are looking to do right now. I expect a sluggish effort from the Carolina Panthers, who are also coming out of their bye week, and I like the Jets to come away with the victory in this game. I expect it to be relatively low scoring. I'm liking 20-16. I think the Carolina Panthers will struggle to find the end zone in this one. The Miami Dolphins 4-6, 2-3 on the road, travel to New England to play the Patriots, who are 8-2, 3-2 at home. Injuries first for the visiting Miami Dolphins. Maurice Smith, safety, Stephon Anthony, linebacker, and Ndamukong Suh, defensive tackle, are questionable. William Hayes, defensive end, Jermon Bushrod, guard, are out. For the New England Patriots, Marcus Cannon, offensive tackle, David Andrews, center, Chris Hogan, wide receiver, are out. Martellus Bennett, tight end, doubtful. Danny Amendola, wide receiver, questionable. So we look and we see that Tom Brady has a doubtful in Martellus Bennett and an out in Chris Hogan, a wide receiver and a tight end, respectively. Two guys, Chris Hogan especially in the slot, and two positions with the tight end as well that Tom Brady loves to exploit. Martellus Bennett, they just signed. He's been with the Patriots before, but he's a guy who can certainly do things in that style of offense. Now, you're also without Chris Hogan. Another slot guy, Danny Amendola, as a question mark. So let's see where Tom Brady finds the offense in this one. Look for the running game. Dion Lewis playing very well, over 4 yards per carry. His yards aren't there, but he's certainly coming along. He's a guy who can also catch the ball out of the backfield as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins turn to Matt Moore at some point. Jay Cutler was hurt. It doesn't look like he's going to miss this game, but Matt Moore has been better than Jay Cutler when he plays. Jay Cutler has not been terrible. He's not been his usual horrid self, but he still had some bad games, some bad plays at times. So let's see if he can get the offense rolling in this one. But New England, Tom Brady is playing spectacular this year. 22 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. I don't really see any difficulties for the Patriots at all in this game as they come away with a cruising victory on this one. Miami at times plays them tough, but it's usually when they're down in Miami. This one in New England, and the Patriots are rolling too much at this point. 31-13, the Patriots over the Miami Dolphins. The Chicago Bears 3-7, 1-3 on the road, travel to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, who are 9-1, 5-0 at home. Injuries first for the visiting Chicago Bears. Pernell McPeak, linebacker. Dontrell Inman, wide receiver. Deion Sims, tight end, are questionable. DeAndre Houston Carson, safety. Joshua Bellamy, wide receiver, are doubtful. For the Philadelphia Eagles, Bo Allen, defensive tackle. Trey Burton, tight end, questionable. Caleb Sturgis, the kicker, is on injury reserve, but he hasn't played for a while now. Philadelphia just had that big victory over Dallas. Dallas also lost on Thanksgiving. I'm looking at that as a situation where Philadelphia may have a letdown. They realize that they've essentially won this division. I know that they have teams like the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints nipping at their heels for the best record in the conference, but Philadelphia has won a lot of games in a row. They're cruising right now, so you have to keep your eye on a letdown game against the Chicago Bears team. I don't expect it's going to happen, but just certainly keep an eye on that. At the end of the day, Carson Wentz will exploit the defense of the Chicago Bears, which is improved at times. They're well coached under John Fox, but their secondary simply is not good enough to keep up with all those weapons in Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, and all those guys for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are rolling. Should not be really any difficulties for them in this one to come away with the victory. Cruising Philadelphia, unless there's the potential for the letdown that we've seen at times, but I don't see it happening. Even despite where they are in that division race, Eagles come away with the victory 28-10 over the Chicago Bears. All right, we'll be back in just a little bit to finish our game picks for now week 12 of the NFL season. Be sure to stay tuned. Thank you.